Welcome to the Dixie Doggers podcast. We're here to share knowledge and heritage. We hope y'all enjoy. For the best cut gear in the business, get with Dave Williams at Southern Cross Cut Gear. www.hogdoggear.com.
If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. Phil Wilson with UC Hunting Properties, 678-791-3483.
777 Kennels, Advanced K9 Nutrition. Vertex K9 Essentials, Advanced K9 Nutrition, beneficial to all breeds. You can contact them at 979-206-3050. What's going on, everybody? Joey and Nate back here with you one more time, Dixie Doggers podcast. Coming to you.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. We got a guest with us tonight. I've been trying to get him on. Been struggling trying to get this man on. Man, I've been trying so hard to get him on. I was like, please, Lord Jesus. I said, oh, my Lord, let him come on here. And we finally have him.
He was so easy to schedule.
That's
even worse.
Okay,
it was so easy to schedule.
Nate, don't tell on me now.
4 text messages and we had him set up.
Hey,
I was like, he's got his shit together.
Hell yeah. Well, we got Mr. Blayke Martin with Beowtdoors on with us tonight, y'all. So what's happening with you, Blayke?
Man, what's going on, fellas? Glad to be here.
Oh, man, we're glad to have you. I found you on social media one day. Just kind of looking around and seen you popped up and started watching you. I was like, man, this is my kind of stuff. And then found out you in Alabama too. So, and kind of started paying attention to you guys. So, tell the listeners out there, tell them about yourself, how y'all got started and what all was going on.
Man, so we from a little small town called Jackson, Alabama. And, man, all we know is hunt. Just be honest with you. We grew up doing it. Dads do it. Elliot Pugh, he's co-founder with me at Beowtdoors. Our dads are best buds, and they literally had us in the woods before we could even think about it. We got some pictures, man, that go way back. I'm talking about the kind that you take it, come out, and then you wave it a little bit so you see what the picture looks like.
That's the one Outcast was talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Well, man, it kind of started kind of crazy for us because this was a normal thing for us. So, I mean, we just hunt. Like, that's what we did. And as we got on up in years and in age, social media came out a big thing. Snapchat came around, Instagram. Facebook kind of made its turn back to where younger people got on it, because when I was growing up, nobody on Facebook but older people.
Mm-hmm.
And so my brother, he's actually in the Navy. Elliot, he's in the Navy, and he was in Dubai, stationed for a year, didn't come home for a whole year. Mm-hmm. And we stayed in real close contact. And during that time, I was just wrapping up my time at University of Southern Mississippi. I got a degree in construction technology engineering, construction management. And so I was just about around that time where I was picking out a career choice or a company that I was going to go with. And kind of had like a little meandering time on which way I was going to go. And my brother was just coming back from that long trip in Dubai. And I guess when you come back, they give you that little amount of time where you don't have to report back, I guess trying to decompress. And, man, we hunted. And when I say we hunted, I'm saying 2 times a day, every single day but Sunday type hunt. And, man, we were in the hogs. And it kind of started with, we had 3 or 4 Catahoulas. And me personally, man, I don't know. See, everybody different when it comes to dogs, but a pretty spotted Catahoula can't live at the house. It don't work. Man, I done had them built every kind of way you can think of. It just don't work. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about it, but we end up culling the yard one time, and we came across this dog that we called Bubba. He was a pit bull Mountain Cur mix, and that dog changed our life. Best way I know how to put it. When I say a hog dog, I mean I probably can count on one hand how many times he barked in the woods and we didn't catch a hog. And I know everybody, get on different sites, and talk junk about a dog, but that was a hog dog. I mean, one mess with nothing else but a hog. Yeah. But anyway, we got to the point where we was catching hogs pretty dang regular. And when I say regular, I mean just about every day. And we were posting it on Snapchat and this, that, and the third, and everybody was like, man, y'all really do that? That's gross. The girls and stuff coming down there like, why y'all killing that? What you going to do with it? First of all, we're going to eat it. Because it's better than anything that you can get out the store. Mm-hmm. But man, we kept hunting, we kept posting, and people kept hitting us up talking about the YouTube channel and this. And I mean, YouTube was pretty good as far as like steel hunting goes and hunt shows and stuff. But like, I never had seen anybody that was like real big on dog hunting yet, on YouTube, especially down our way. I know nobody, that much in South Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And so we was sitting around at the house one day, man. We had caught a good bull hog, and we just sitting there editing our film. We thought we was editing something back then, but making our little posts and stuff, on Snapchat. And man, it was like simultaneously, my brother got a snap and I got a snap, and two different people were saying, "Hey, y'all need to quit playing, start a YouTube channel." And so I looked at my brother and he looked at me, and it was like, without saying it, like we knew like we had received the same message. And I was like, it might be time to kind of, give this thing a whirl. And so from that point forward, for probably about the next 2 hours, we were sitting there trying to come up with a with a name for our YouTube channel. Man, we went all the way around the world, hog hunt junkies, this, that, and the third. And I told my brother, I was like, well, we got to have something that's marketable. It can't be centered around one thing. And we don't only hog hunt. We was raised up in the deer woods, so we didn't want to leave that out. Elliot's dad, Wayne Pugh, boss, he's a bass fisherman, so he's always in tournaments and all that. So we didn't want to leave anything out. And so we were just going around and around and around. And I was like, what do we do? Like, what is it, what makes us us? He was like, man, we'd be outside, we'd be in the woods, be doing our thing. I was like, wait, that's it. He was like, what? I was like, Beowtdoors. He was like, huh? I was like, my name Blayke, your name Elliot, and we be outside. Be outdoors. And then both of us are a part of Omega Sunflower Fraternity Incorporated. So that's why we spell out the way that we do, based off something within our fraternity. But it just kind of all fell into place. And man, like from that point forward, we didn't know what we were signing ourselves up for. But it's just been on the up and up, with God's help ever since then. And I just feel like it's a blessing just to be able to do what you love to do. And I definitely hope that it grows big enough that, we can have our own hunting channel, that we be on TV, and, we get to do this thing for a living, because it's really special being able to be tied to something that you really are passionate about, something that comes from your roots, something that you don't have to get out of bed in the morning. You're like, I got to go to this job. Like, no, like you get out of bed, 4, 3 o'clock in the morning, you finna go get on the hog, and ain't nobody got to kick you in the butt till you get up. You up with the chickens, ready to go get it in.
That's right.
So we really just came from nothing, and we just been posting and getting better. And my main goal with Beowtdoors was I wanted real, authentic dog hunt footage. So a lot of people, like, once I went to college and things, and like, I was talking and they heard me talk, they're like, where you from? They looking at me crazy. And I'm like, hey, I'm from the country, like, it's just me. And we had them old big squirrels on campus eating out the garbage can. Everybody running from them, I'm trying to catch them.
That's right.
I'm trying to eat them, And so my whole big thing was, man, I wanted authentic footage. Like, I wanted everybody to see, like, what it is. Like, I don't want nothing scripted. I don't want nothing that, we didn't rehearse. Like, the old heads that you be around that, make you cry, laugh till your stomach just got knots in it. Like, I wanted people to understand that and get a vibe of that, because if you're from the concrete jungle, you don't get that. You got your upright people, you got your people suit and tie, and that's just, conduct in that area. But I'm from the country where your word is your bond, and a man is judged on, what he'll do for another man. And, that's just what I want to put out there, man.
Yeah, that's very admirable, first off, and I commend you for doing that. Secondly, like, we know where you're coming from when it comes to that. It's one of those things where there's a whole lot of folks out here doing it or trying to do it. Let me rephrase it. They're trying to do it, and some of them are putting out good quality stuff. There's a handful. Y'all are one of them, but then there's 10 handfuls of people that are putting out foolish stuff too.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And man, it gives a bad look to a lot of it. And so we really got to be careful with all the things that we do. And I've watched, I guess, every video y'all put up, and and man, it's all of it's within good taste. And that's what it takes. And like you said, getting to the point where, maybe one day you'll have your own TV show. It can happen. I mean, it can happen. You know, it really can. The way the world works now, Blayke, I think it's probably, I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. You got to put in the work. But there's a good chance that you could make something like that happen.
That's right.
A lot better chance now than it was, 25 years ago or 20 years ago or whatever. But it's, I like to see the authenticity that you guys have. The deer dogging the deer hunt videos. I'm a sucker for those, man. I love them. I mean, I hog hunt all the time. I love the hog hunt videos, but there's something about, like you said, about the old guys hanging around at deer camp talking shit.
That's it,
Dude. It just, man, it's so fun. And those are the kind of videos I really like. So y'all make sure y'all keep some of them out there for us.
man. We got a bunch of those coming up. The hunt club that you see us hunt at a lot is Manila Hunt Club, and my dad introduced me to it. And man, it's crazy because now we sit around and we talk about the club, and just the other day I called and we got on the phone before we knew it, we was on the phone 3-4 hours, but talking about we need to do this here and take this over there and things. And one day I just asked him, I said, "Well, Dad, how long you been down at the hunt club?" And we added up, and it's over 30-something years, so
Man.
it's longer than I've been alive. And just seeing like some of the deer, that they killed, and like knowing the knowledge of you jump a deer here and they say, "Oh, this deer going over here." And I mean, that's half a mile away. You like, man, that deer ain't going over there. For long, they made 15 loops and they right in that spot.
Yep.
Where they said they'll go. And man, just such a good time that we'd have had out there. And really and truly, that's a foundational part of your life. Like really and truly, if you came up around a hunt club and you just think back about it, you really done learned a crap load of what is the essence of what you are. You probably learned how to drive out there because they're going to tell you to bring the truck out there. Everybody know every hunt truck at the hunt club, you don't lock the doors, you leave the keys in it. And when you get done with the drive, you bring all the trucks around to the front. And so you learn how to drive there. You learn how to give respect and how to demand it back because you was out there with elders at all times. And then you probably went through your teenage years when you had a little chip on your shoulder. You had a dog or two in the box that'll, burn a deer up, and an old head can't really tell you, so you kind of learn that thin line to ride right there.
Oh, yeah.
And you learn how to plan. I mean, you got a set number of people out there, and you got to be safe, and you got to execute because at the end of the day, you want to kill something, but you also want to do it the right way. You want to be to kill something and not being like, oh, that deer just kind of stumbled up right there. You want to be and drew in the dirt and, things when it's planned. And so, man, I just think back over my time at the club, and it's kind of crazy seeing the people that, taught me how to hunt and stuff like that, a little bit older, and me moving on up in positions where I'm making calls and pretty much the head hunt master. And it's just different, but I'm thankful for that at all times because those guys are enjoying it. They get to come to the camp and they pull up at 7 o'clock, and I got the dang on hunt line down, and we probably got one in the wind, and they at the camp cooking breakfast, like, y'all ain't killed a deer yet. 20 years ago, we killed 10 by now.
Yeah.
Man, the sun just came up.
That's right. And 20 years ago, they was the first ones there. They wouldn't cut no slack, and I find myself doing that now. I pass it on a lot of times. I'm like, I don't know, I guess past 2 or 3 years, if I get, Nate kind of runs a lot of the stuff now. And I'm the one in there. I'm the last one out of the house. I don't even know what dogs we bringing. I'm like, do I got a dog in the box?
Don't know.
No. Hey, why they don't want me to put White Boy Rick in that box, son. What's been to happen.
That is.
Nate said, the last time I said, hey, did you put Rick in the box? He said, I'm going to be honest with you. He said, I'm not fixing to stay gone for 12 hours a day trying to stay with his dog. He said, we just hunt these other dogs. I said, oh, that sounds good too, though.
We caught a pig.
Yeah, we did.
Caught a pig. Y'all caught a pig, didn't they?
Yeah, they caught a pig without my dog. So I was like, but I did have a puppy out.
Yeah,
though.
you did have a puppy out.
You still had some rock and they stopped. That's right. You still had some rock and they stopped.
I don't even think I had a dog that day, did I?
Em was out.
Was he?
Yeah, because he had to remember all the puppies. They busted up a group. We were running pigs.
Because our dogs were together and they went. They weren't even on the pig that we caught.
No, that was Tyler and Rodney's dog.
Yeah, because your puppy had went like 2 miles and Eminem had went like 3. So
you heard that, didn't you? Like that puppy first time going out. He want to ride on down the road. I was like,
Right on down the road.
yeah, hey, listen, we got a couple. Them rascals, they want to get out. They want to go. And I've had cur dogs for quite a few years, but like we past 4 or 5 years, we started, made our own line of cur dogs. And them son of guns are doing pretty good. I mean, they doing what I want them to do.
Tell me a little about them.
Now the next one, they might not be worth a damn. So they just mixed up mutts. They black mouth cur, Catahoula cross. I got some yellow dogs out of Texas. Crossed them with some Catahoulas. One of them is Nate's M&M dog, and one of them's one of my competition dogs. And I'm gonna tell you, they those puppies we sent. How many we got out? 3 or 4. We got 2 in Florida.
More than that. Yeah, we had 2 in Florida. We sent 2.
I don't know.
Out in South Georgia.
How old are they now? 10 months old, almost a year. But
Yeah,
all of them baying hogs, and either that or they're finding their own hogs.
Yeah.
So, and we've actually had 100% success rate on that on both litters.
That's nice.
Oh, I was so nervous. I said, "Look, but hey, that's up till right now. That does not mean the next year they won't quit."
Yeah, I don't mean they'll be.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, we still got
man.
another year or so.
That's right. You got to go all the way through and just see what they made of.
That's right.
That's it right there.
Yeah, and I know you've had some that made it to about the 2-year mark, 2.5, and you're like, man, it just really ain't. They was doing good when they was younger, and then they just didn't pan out.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Quick thanks to the supporters of the Dixie Doggers podcast.
Light Hounds.
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Phil Wilson with UC Hunting Properties.
Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company.
777 Kennels Advanced Canine Nutrition.
And the old Boars N Broads.
Yeah, I actually called one of my favorite dogs about 2-3 months ago. My brother didn't believe I was going to do it. Actually got some 1% Catahoulas out of Evergreen, Alabama. And some of the best athletic built cur dogs I ever seen. Like, I mean, they look like miniature greyhounds. I mean, big hams on them, sleek, real tight underbelly, tall chest, small frame head. And I was hunting dogs there. They actually was twins. I had a dog named Marc and a dog named China. Y'all probably have seen them on those big hogs. And they was hunting good together. And I went back to the guy that I got them from, and I actually wanted their mama. And so I ended up getting it from them. And this is the strangest thing I ever seen. I started hunting their mama with them, and it's almost like they took a step backwards in the wrong direction. Oh. So I put them back with the dog that trained them, and they almost got to the sense of they only wanted to do what she wanted to do. Now, she's a pretty fine dog herself, and she'll go find and baby a hog all day long, dead silent. I mean, nice. But these 2 dogs, I had almost, in my mind, finished them out. They wouldn't mess with anything else. They were cast. They go get on the hog, and they'll stay bathed, till the sun go down. Yeah. But I put their mama dog back with them, and they almost just drew up. And so I immediately, when I figured that out, I went back to hunting them 2 by themselves. And so when I done that marker dog, she picked back up what she had left, and she just kept Cadillacing. My China dog just would not get out of that, I want another dog to put me where I need to be. Mm-hmm. And this dog then went cross country and bayed here, there, everywhere. We hunt Georgia, Florida. Everywhere. She just been jammed up, and she just kind of hit her peak, and she plateaued. That's all she was going to do. She was right at that 2-year mark.
Yep. I got you.
Right at that 2-year mark. And so the thing that really got me to do it was I had some young dogs, actually black mouth cur, Catahoula cross out of some cow stock, and they going pretty good now. They probably almost a year. They probably 10, 11 months now, and they doing pretty good. But they were almost about to pick up them bad habits that she was producing. And I know it's better to stop that now than get down the line, and then now you got to call 2 generations.
Yep.
And so I had to go ahead and make the hard choice and come through. But things still been going good. But to me, that's what a dog man is you taking your feelings and set them to the side because I don't care who you are. If you hunt a dog, you be around them enough, you're gonna get attached to them.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up, I was taught the same way just about everybody else was about a working dog. It's a working dog, don't get attached to it. Well, if you going and feeding and water and doctoring and this dog getting cut down and you're spacing and you're nursing them back to health and y'all kind of get a connection out, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can take those feelings out and you can put them to the side and you can sit down and you can list out what you want your end goal to be, you know, whether that's a cast dog or semi track old dog, whatever it is, if you can list out exactly what you want, because at the end of the day, you feeding the dog. So don't carry your butt on social media talking about, I want my dog to be like, you know, Justin Becker or, you know, Elijah Tyler or somebody like that. Now, you need to have your dog like Blayke Martin was dope and what you expect. And once you get that thing listed out, you got to live and die by it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just simple as that. And sometimes that's going to come from the ones that's pretty, that didn't work out. Sometimes that's going to go down to the ones that you done create a bond with and they done did the best they could and it just wasn't enough. I mean, it get, you know, goes on and on, but you just got to stand by what you got outlined for your end result. Because one thing that I really live by, my brother tell you all the time, he said I don't play about it, is your name in the dog world is all you got.
Yes.
I mean, that's it. So if you out there, and everybody know about the dog peddlers and things like that, but if you out there to make a quick buck and you sell somebody some bull crap and it gets attached to your name, I mean, you taint it. Yep. You taint it for life. And I tell my brother that all day, every day. I don't care, you know, what a dog costs or what I did with him. I won't, first of all, I don't sell dogs, but I won't get rid of him and he's attached to my name and that person gets him and say, Blayke Martin sold me a cub. He said it was this and that dog didn't do that. Won't never happen. Because I feel like the dog world would be much better if we had more honest dog men. First of all, we just had dog men because everybody want to be a dog hunter. Yeah. But it take a different type of man to be a dog hunter. And it's a lot of that going on now. I don't know where it came from, but it's a lot more to it, man. Like I see a lot of people that be like, man, I see you like dogs, man, you know, I want to get into it. The first thing I talk about is do you have the time? You know, do you have the want to? Because hunting is the fun part of it. Hunting is the part of it that you get to actually enjoy. Yep. Everything else is work. You know, it take a lot to keep up with a dog. And I can't stand to see dogs in bad conditions. Don't get them if you can't afford them. Mm-hmm. Don't get him if you know, you can't do what it takes in order for him to be in the tip top shape where he can perform and do what you ask him to do.
Yep. And there's there's folks out there, like you said, they look up to guys like us. And there's some young guys around here that had one not long ago. Same thing. He's like, hey, I'm gonna give me some dogs. What do I need to do? I said, first thing you need to do is you need to come over here and feed this yard.
Yes, sir.
And mess with them every day for 1 year.
Every day.
And then you need to hunt them. And you got to pay for all of it. And then, hey, if you can do that, you pick you out whichever ones you want. And you have your dogs. But you got to do every bit of it. I don't mean some of it, all of it. And when that dog gets hurt, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. You know, you got to figure it out. You got to do the hard stuff.
Yes, sir.
There's, like you said, it's very easy. I try not to ever sell dogs. I sold some rough dogs last year.
Mm-hmm.
Some run and catch dogs. And they were on the older side. And a couple of them, I mean, there's been no issues. Guys, they send me pictures and videos, you know, talk about the dogs. There was one of the females, she just didn't seem like she wanted to act right around the guy that got her. Mm-hmm. And I don't know whatever even happened. I don't know if he called her or what happened. We never said nothing else about it. So apparently it's okay. But even after that, I was like, you know, it's so hard to really put your name on anything. Mm-hmm. Unless you, and some of these, man, I've been doing for years. So I give dogs away all the time, a lot. I say all the time. I give them away a pretty good bit. And I gave a puppy away, my pick of the litter. And I don't know if you heard the story or not, but it's these same puppies I'm talking about. And every one of these puppies, man, they are fire. I'm talking about these are the best pups I've probably ever had. And my pick of the litter, I sent it to a boy up in North Carolina, and he dumped it out on a bridge because he didn't want to take care of the son because it barked. Because it was what, 4 months old?
Yeah.
4 months. I'll tell you this, at 5 months
At
old.
4 months old, it was already barking at pigs in the pen.
Yeah, it was already being picked. And at 6 months old, I carried Sweet Pea and Kane and went to Hickory Crossings out there and placed in the plot bay with them puppies.
My Lord.
Yeah, and so I try to be nice to somebody, and then they dumped a puppy out on the bridge. Now, see, you got to deal with that. You got to know who's getting your dogs.
Yep.
There's
That's
so much of a
very good.
headache, man.
It's a lot into it. It just, I don't know. Like when I grew up, I grew up around dog men that, they taught you how to take care of dog. And like you just described, they made you do it all. So when you went and visited, you went over there and picked up you a puppy or whatever the case may be. Before long, you didn't find yourself talking about dogs before you made it to that point, though. You done probably went out there to the yard, you done fed and wore, 20, 30 head of dogs. And before you knew it, you done done your part. But as dog, man, you don't never really look at it as work. You just look at it as, part of your passion. You're just doing what it takes. And so, like a lot of the younger people today, they just want the image. I got dogs. I got a dog box in the back of my truck, this, that, and the third. And my favorite thing to say is I hunt 365 days a year. So it ain't never a time when I ain't hunting. I'm either hunting a deer dog or I'm hunting a hog dog or I'm raising puppies. And so a lot of these part-time hunters that just want to, have a dog and show up on opening day or, talk junk when everybody else start, hang around a deer camp and things like that. I mean, there ain't no place for it. But I mean, you can see it. I mean, clear as day. I mean, it's see-through.
Oh, yeah.
When somebody turn a dog out, they ain't got no handle on him, or he ain't up to par. Health ain't where it need to be or anything like that. You can tell.
You can tell the difference in a dog that's unhealthy and a dog that's just got his ass run to death. I mean, there's a difference.
That is a difference, and it's fun.
Do what now?
It's fine. It's fine having a dog, that's ran and in shape.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's a difference. I mean, that coat still gonna be shiny. He's gonna be tucked tight. He's gonna be muscled up. He's just gonna have some pizzazz. He's still gonna have that spunk about himself. That tail gonna be up.
That's right.
He's gonna be perked up ears sitting on top of his head. Versus a dog that's malnutrition. Yeah, he's slim, rib showing a little bit, but that dog ain't got no get up and go by himself. He lazy. He laying around. It's a lot to it. You just gotta be able to tell about it all. Rub on him and just feel, see where he hurt at and things like that. Yeah, I see a lot of younger guys that's like a lost art almost.
Yeah, they won't touch him.
Won't touch it. You gotta put your hand on him.
How many times you asked Nate when he was younger? When he first started, I was like, okay, you can start helping me feed and do stuff. And sure enough, I mean, he knows how to do it. And when he was real young, I'd be, hey, he'd go out and feed the dogs. I'd say, well, that didn't take that long. That was pretty quick. He was like, well, I fed him. I said, well, I know you fed him. I said, but you didn't look at him.
That is.
How do you know? Because there's been times I'd go out there and I'd be like, hey, such and such over here has got snake bit, or it has got a hot spot, or hey, man, this son got fleas. What's going on? And if you don't touch them, if you don't put your hands on them,
come on,
you don't know.
You don't
know. Some of you need to put your hands on pretty hard. I got a couple out there.
Hey now. I
got to put it on them.
Hey, you got to. That's just part of
it. And I think that's something, like you said, it's kind of a dying art, man. There's a lot of these guys are just, they get dogs. As long as the dogs are healthy and they look good, I can understand. I can't say I can understand, but I'm not going to be against you. But I still feel like you ought to pick that dog up at least, a day or two a week. At least run your hand under his belly, on down the inside of his legs and on his neck. At least
you got to
flip his lip up.
Come on, man. Come on,
flip
man.
his lip.
See why you holding that foot like that. See why that tail ain't wagging. See why he ain't coming up to you, things like that. See, a lot of guys don't understand about the keep of a dog. And, when people start talking keep, everybody thinking game dog. But, man, as I got older, I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, if I had the baddest deer dog in the world, the baddest hog dog in the world, and he had a horrible keep, I would take a great dog with a good keep over him every day of the week.
Yes, sir.
Every day of the week. It's something about that old dog that you got in your pen that knows how to go crap in one corner.
Yes.
That chain dog that can wrap that chain around and clean it. I mean, probably ain't never got to put a rake on him.
Yes,
Know
sir.
exactly how to go around there and do it. That dog that you can put that water bowl, I mean, just right there when he coming out the dog house, and he'll figure out a way not to turn it over. I
Yep.
mean, that's the type of stuff that I look at. I almost call it like dog sense. Like I got a gyp named Izzy. She turned 11 this year. The smartest dog I ever seen. I never put my hands on them. Talking about putting in a pen, loading her up, washing pens out, water bowl never knocked over. I mean, just cream of the crop, bro. If I had 100 more like I'd keep every one of them.
Hell yeah.
That's the type that I like to see. And then when I see a young dog gonna be messy, you know, when he
Yeah.
a puppy and things like that. But one thing I've noticed is if you want a dog to be like I was talking about that list, you know, you want another dog to be like that. A lot of times you got to pair them up with an older dog. You know, let them get nipped on a little bit. Let them show that hey, we don't do that in this pen, and it'll just be just like you teach a mate. You're gonna teach him how to be a man just like you are, and you're gonna cream and prune him and, you know, raise him up in the right way and he'll be all right.
Yep.
And that's the same way to go with these dogs. But a lot of people skip over that because they ain't never had to raise no dogs. They ain't never had to have no puppies. You know, they go buy them 2 or 3 dogs, they go throw them on a chain and then hope we throw them in the box with hunting.
Yeah.
They skipping over all the good part. Like I say, the hunting part of it is the fun. That's the reward. But the real understanding, the real connection, and the real houndsmanship, it comes from taking care of a dog.
Yes, without a doubt. I was always around the game dogs growing up and, you know, as generations. And, you know, we had rabbit dogs and deer dogs and stuff too, but that was the biggest part. And we, you know, it wasn't like one of them deals where we just go buy dogs. I mean, as far as I can remember, there was 1 or 2 times where we had other dogs come in on the yard, but most all of them was born and raised right there. Like
That's right.
we didn't go buy dogs. And now you see that's a big thing. People go and buy dogs.
Simple. Like it's an everyday thing.
Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, well, my dog got killed, I go buy me another one. I'm like, well, I got 12 more I'm already making. They just going to step up.
That's it. Push them hard.
Yep.
That makes a big difference. I actually got I call it my own line of blue dogs, but when I was about 13, 14, a guy named Gerard Presley, I owe him a lot. Probably needs everything that I talked about in this conversation. He just about taught me, but he gave me 2 blue dogs off of one of his dogs named Mingo, and in my eyes, Mingo probably was the baddest did I've ever walked his earth. But he gave me 2 blue pups off of that, and I started my own bloodline called MB, which was after him, of course. I called it Mingo Bloodhounds, and Izzy was one of those pups that I was just talking about. So that's been about 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And man, did I learn a lot through that process. Man, I learned a freaking lot, and that's how I came across the dogs, you know, with the better keep and just breeding your own dogs. Like I just never, you know, had to go buy a deer dog because I was always bagging 2 or 3 of them up together and give me a full litter, and me and him was splitting them back and forth. And we kind of laughed and talked about it the other day. I just had a litter and had 6 beautiful pups. I've been using that alpha dog nutrition. I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute too. But they all filled out real nice and all healthy pups. And when I was younger, when I was that 14, 15, he called me over there and said, hey, you can pick out whatever pups you want, you know. So I went out there and picked the pups I wanted, and that was fine and all. And when I called him the other day and told him the pups were ready, he was like, all right, well, you know, just sit me 2 to the side or whatever, you know, and I'll come pick them up. I said, no. I said, it's your turn, you know. You get to go over there and pick out whatever you want out of there. It don't matter what you get, you know.
There you go.
I owe you that. And I just think that's pretty cool, you know, a full circle moment that I've been dealing with this man almost 15, 20 years now. And we still rocking the same dogs that we've been breeding this long. And so Mingo left us in probably about 2018, 2019, but he was close to 17 years old. And no telling how many pups he inside, man. We crossed it up pretty tight, double and triple bred it a couple times and breeding out, you know, and kind of feathering that thing out. But we run some stockier dogs when it comes, because we run tree stock when it comes to deer dogs. We old school. A lot of the other people, you know, they running stock and things like that, and I always be messing with them guys. And we'll lock 2 or 3 of them up quick for a couple $100 on our end. I don't think we won't. Hey, them guys was running last night. They did it up last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir. I got a Facebook group called Crawfish Festival, and what I did was I found all the dog hunters in my local area, and I tied them all together. So we get in there and we talk junk and plan hunts on different hunt clubs, so it can be a big group affair. But every now and then somebody step out of line and have to get a little bit picky.
Had to get them right.
Have to straighten them up.
Hey, I need to bring a hog dog down there and put on some deer. I know that sounded crazy, didn't it? But I'm for real. This fool ran his first deer when we was in Texas. And let me tell you something. This son of a gun went crazy. Like he's a running hound now. He's running walker. But like he has been straight as an arrow on hogs since I've had him. Well, we went to a big high fence. and he was running a hog and a deer run across in front of him. You could see on the garment where he just
hear it too because he started barking.
Yeah, now this running walker, he don't say much at all. That son of a gun went to telling. Oh. I said, what in the hell? I said, I know he's doing something he ain't supposed to be doing.
Something he ain't supposed to be doing.
Well, after about a mile or so, he come across and they got them, 2-track roads, Sendero or whatever. They probably about, what do you think, 15, 20 yards wide?
Yeah.
And when this deer's back feet was hit the woods on the opposite side, Rick's feet was in the middle of the road.
He was pushing it,
son. That son of a gun was strolling. I said, you know what? I said, I might just have to throw him in a race just to hear him holler, son. I mean, he was screaming, boy. And I think you toned him one time, didn't you?
No, it took a few times. He started getting hot.
Yeah, he got hot, too.
That's when he went to Casey's house. That's why he got so freaking hot, is because he was
running them deer.
Screaming.
Yeah, that's a different kind of speed, baby.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to tell you, that son of a gun was pushing.
Oh, it was
man.
hot, too. It was
100 degrees.
Yeah.
And it was
because that was
too hot to be running, really.
Because we was trying to pick him up.
Yeah, we was trying to get him up because it done got so hot.
Jumped those deer and started screaming. It was like, oh.
That son of a gun was gone. But I haven't ran no deer dogs. I ain't had no deer dogs in many years. When I was younger, we ran deer dogs. That's something I love. I don't care. I ain't got to shoot no deers. I ain't got to do all that. I just want to hear the dogs run.
Well, y'all get close to me right here in just a couple of weeks. Y'all can hear all of them, kill all of them you want to hear. We're going to push it good though.
I love it. Absolutely.
We put them on shift work when the season come in. They work 6/12.
Clocking in, boys. Clocking in.
Sir. Got to get it.
Now there's a couple of other guys every now and then we'll load up and go down there and listen to their dogs run. Dylan Shepherd. We go down there with him and Cheyenne, 3 or 4 other folks that go down there, and they got some pretty good dogs. But I'll be honest, like their dogs just don't say much. Like they was pushing deer all over the place. I mean, I seen the deer and seen the dogs, and I was like, man. And I love a silent dog because I hog hunt. But the whole time I was like, one of y'all say, come on, get to talking, get to say something, Mm-hmm. And them old dogs, they bark a little bit. I think they running some Walker and Beagle crosses.
They ain't supposed to be putting mouth out them old half and half.
Yeah, but they wasn't saying nothing. I mean, now they put the meat on the ground. They do that, but they just ain't saying much.
No, they got to have something else in them.
Yeah.
Well, I promise you come down there where we at, you gonna hear it rattle in your chest.
Yeah.
We gonna make you catch what they call buck fever, but you ain't gonna be in no stand, but you ain't gonna be in no stand. I'm telling you, we got a few down on our end that can just jam up flat out and push one.
That's what I like. I like any kind of good working dogs, but and like I said, for so many years from running hog dogs, I mean, well, the first 15 years I ran dead silent running catch dogs. It wasn't no barking. If something was barking, usually it was a dog fight, and I had to go down there and break them up.
Right.
But and now though, man, some of our cur dogs, they'll bark every now and then. Rick, if he's running one hot, he'll bark. If he cold trails, it's funny. He won't say a whole lot. Then he'll open up a little bit. The hotter it gets, of course, he'll open a little more. And I got where I love it, man. I'm like, man, I love listening to him. And 2 years ago, I would have never done that.
He just checking in. He let you know where you at. He reporting back.
Yeah.
That's what the old head told me. I was like that too. I was raised on straight silent dogs, and I got my first dog that was, semi open or whatever. And
Yeah.
I was listening, and I'm like, golly, I can't stand that. He said, no. He said he just reporting back. He let you know he getting close.
Yeah. And so y'all's dogs now that your hog dogs, the
That's right.
hog dogs you're running now, they bark some.
So I kind of split it up. So what's been happening is down on our end, the hogs done got smart, and
Yeah.
I actually heard a little saying that made a whole lot of sense. But an old fella said the hogs starting to run because you're killing all the ones that you catch, and the one that's getting away, they steady running right now.
Yeah.
And so I was looking for dogs, that they had a little more bottom to them. My Catahoos, they do pretty good. They tie the one, they'll let them stretch on out, a mile or two. But after that, they're gonna be kind of like, God dang, he ain't stopped yet.
Yeah.
And so I end up getting a couple trail dogs that's open on track, some hounds.
Yeah.
I got one that's half blue tick, half walker dog named Trigger. And that joker got some bottom. When he tied the one, I mean, you can sit back and drink your cold beer. He's finna do what he bred to do. He can either stop now, he can stop tomorrow, and he's fine with either one.
That's what Nate's fixing to do.
Don't make him no left mind.
He's fixing to cross. He's finna put Rick over a big old blue tick bitch.
And you got to that, and see it goes for two things now. So now you got to have the nose because everybody want to catch big hogs, and everybody know what you got to do to catch a big hog. You got to trail him. A big hog, he just like a buck. He gonna move around in the hours where you not.
Yep.
Unless he come to a game camera, you gonna see that big track in the road. All y'all gonna gather around and say, "Golly, I wish we could get him. I wish we could get him." Well, you gonna want something to get him, and that's where you come up with a track dog or a trail dog.
Man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that's done that. Because man, for a little while I was like, man. Because I had a few guys give me some bull. They was like, yeah, you ain't got your hound, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, but I will say one thing. It sure is nice when I see that big old foot in that road and I'm like, well, let's put out on him. And then I can go hunt somewhere else and come back 4 hours later and be like,
not
yeah.
even worry about it.
Yeah.
And not worry about it.
No, he ain't finna do nothing too crazy. And then, like you said, but now, like you talking about with the cur dogs, that's the way ours are. Couple miles, and they're probably like, we got one or two that will hang in there a little more than that. But most of them, like you said, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, they're like, damn. And they start, whatever. But it was like these big hogs, we got to catch these big hogs, and we're catching pigs, not hogs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got tired of that.
Yep. I see a cur dog. I mean, that's his job. A cur dog is originally built for a short range to mid range hunt. He gonna get in there. He gonna get on some hot. He ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna get there. He gonna bait a hog. Mm-hmm. Or you gonna have your more greedier cur dogs. He's gonna try to put his mouth on him. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? They ain't built for this whole cross country, this, that, and the third. And so a hound's job is to chase a piece of game until it stops.
Yep. Not
until the hound stops the game.
That's right.
And so now, and which don't get me wrong, because I'm chasing it just like every other hound hunter. We all want to find that happy medium of a dog that got all the bottom in the world, but also will stop a hog on his own behalf. Yes. And that's kind of like a gray area right there. That if you do get one, you got a diamond, and if you ain't found one, you're gonna look for it forever. I mean, that's just part of the game.
And so, a lot of it's gonna be an accident. I done found that out.
Yes, sir.
When you get one, you're either gonna spend an unbelievable amount of money, and the thing about that is you still didn't make that dog. That's somebody else.
Man,
I can't stand that.
That's it.
So this, like I said, this one right here kind of fell in our lap. This dog's a coyote dog.
He
will smoke a coyote. That he had never been around a hog until we got him. I tried to give him away. I'm gonna say it one more time. I tried to give this dog away to 4 or 5 different people. Oh man, they ain't got no room. Hey, we went to their place with that dog.
To a couple different ones
and turn them loose, and they was like, man, please don't tell me that's the dog. I said, oh yeah, that's him.
That's him.
Man, you gonna let me get him? I said, ain't no way in hell. I said it's kind of like that ugly girl in the 8th grade when she come back looking fine in the 10th grade. You ain't going out with her, bro. It ain't happening.
Come on, talk to it.
I tell you, shut them down. But
that's it. It's over.
Yeah, look, I mean, like, but finding that medium, and everybody's got that different medium.
Everybody does.
Because like, depending on where you're at, geographical location.
Hey, that plays a huge part.
Yes, because like where you're hunting at, both of us in Alabama, but where you're hunting at and where I'm hunting at, that's two different worlds.
Two different worlds. I had to learn that the hard way too.
Yep.
I started off with that whole, oh, well, if you get no hogs in the swamp, that's easy. And if you get on the hog in the hills, in the piney woods, you know, you got a good dog. And then I got to a spot where it was piney woods on the hill, and it fell down into a real swamp. So what kind of hog I'm running now?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? It's a mixed breed. So he high in the front and he low in the back. Like a ridgeback or something.
That's where we're at.
So I don't know if they evolve and mutate or whatever it takes. So then I got in my mind, you better have a dog that can do it all.
Yes. That's
just a simple answer.
I think that's the new age of the hog dog. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's guys that's had them forever. You know, there's old guys out there that, you know, 60 years ago, they had dogs that could do it all anywhere you took them. But a lot of those dogs didn't really go nowhere.
Nope, stay right there.
And there's dogs like you guys, you know, y'all traveling around and hunting. That's what we do. Ryan and Carter and all them, they do that. You know, there's quite a few guys that's doing that, and they're putting these dogs through the paces.
That's right.
And they might not be the top dog in every location, but they produce in every location.
And that's the hog dog to me.
That's a hog dog. That is the consistency.
That's it. Long as when you drop that dog out and that dog does the exact same thing every same time, that's a hog dog to me. Mm-hmm. Don't let me drop you in the middle of 100 hogs and you show me that you're a hog dog, and then I go drop you in Walmart and you don't show me no hog. That ain't no hog dog to me. That's the
truth. That is the truth.
That's just simple, cut and dry. That dog need to do the same thing every single time, because see, a lot of people don't understand this, but yeah, you can put a dog in sign, this, that, and the third, but it's two things that a dog has to do in order to be successful. I don't care if he's a deer dog or he's a hog dog. One, he's got to leave your feet. That's the very first thing. He got to leave your feet. And two, he has to have the want to go get under, over, behind whatever piece of game he's set to be over, under, or behind.
Yep.
And that's what you breeding for. That's the gray area. That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody putting that money down for. Whatever you want to call it. That want to in a dog. Mm-hmm. You can call it bottom. You can call it drive. You can call it whatever you want to. But that want to by a dog is what everybody wants.
Yep.
And if a dog doesn't have those two things, you can't call him finished on any piece of game. He got to leave your feet, and he got to want to go get under, over, or behind a piece of game. That's just point blank period.
And there's some dogs that's going, you know, they're going to want it more.
Yep.
But I'll take a dog that wants it every time. He ain't got to be crazy. He ain't got to be crazy and go do it, you know, 10 miles deep this time. And like you said, then when you put him in 100 hogs, and he's gonna find you 99. I need it where there's 0 hogs and he finds me 1.
That's it.
That's what I want. That sounded good. That's some Uncle Pat shit right there, boys.
Come on now, Pat like that. Pat had that on.
Uncle Pat, I want to put him in no hogs and find me just 1.
Just 1. That's a hog dog to me.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a hog dog to me all day long. Another thing too about doing all this traveling stuff that we've been doing is I got respect for other hunters. Now, I'm a hunter. Now, I do it, I breathe it, I live it every single day.
Yes.
But going to like these different places is crazy. Elijah Tyler up there in Bainbridge, Georgia, he's a hunter himself.
Man, I done heard some stuff about that guy.
Hey, let me tell you, man.
Ooh, I done heard some stuff.
We call it high gear. We call it high gear. This is what we do. We talk jump. Man, we left Friday probably about, we probably left home around about 9, 10 o'clock, I think it was. We made it up there late. We probably made it up there about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I shit y'all not. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. he was waiting on us to pull up.
Yeah.
When we pulled up in park, we loaded dogs up
Ready to roll.
then. Right then. We hunted from 2 or 3
Damn.
o'clock that morning, slept to 12 o'clock that next day.
Damn it, boy. That's what I'm
Now,
talking
we
about.
hunt when we go to Georgia. We took us a 3-4 hour nap. We came back, man. He had us a spread, man. He got on that grill, cooked it up for us. Night fell again. We did it in reverse. We hunted from 8 or 9 that night all the way to 12, 1 o'clock that next day.
Man.
And every time we go to Georgia, it's the same way. Justin Becker is a known.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just come out of Florida the other week, pulled up down there about 2:30 and hunted, slammed to 4 o'clock the next day.
Man.
We sure did that.
That wear me out. I can't do all that. I'm old.
I'm telling you now. Hey, Elijah said you got to stop by the store and get you 2 or 3 packs of gum.
Yeah, that what do you say, that spearmint?
That's it. You done talked to him.
Yeah, get the spearmint. You got to get the spearmint. I said,
Yeah, I get that spearmint, baby.
I was like, look, I don't know about all that spearmint. I've seen guys do cocaine. You know what I'm saying? It keeps them awake, but not no spearmint.
Hey, I swear, man, it looked like we were playing baseball. And that we were so tired. We had a jaw full of
chewing gum.
We had a jaw full of it. Steady pushing them.
Y'all get y'all's ass pulled over. That police ain't gonna believe nothing y'all say. Everybody's gonna be like, why y'all chewing gum?
Man, that's the fact. He ain't gonna believe nothing we say.
I mean, but
been going some
did it work? Did it keep y'all awake?
Man, it kept you awake. I promise you it did. That's God on the truth. You put that bowl over your mouth and you chew it, and when it run out of flavor, you slap maneuver in there. It's like hitting a line. You back.
Hell yeah.
You back. I ain't lying. But man, it's some different kind of hunting up there. We hunt a lot of AG fields up there, and it's a lot of flat ground up there. And Elijah, he would tell him, he was like, man, we get on the hogs up here now. We're gonna have to rock and roll. He said, man, they want to run you out there in the open field, and they want to take you to the cornfield and lose you.
Yeah.
And he was not lying about that, man. We ran all over, and they got cornfield down there that just far as you can see.
Oh yeah.
As far as you can see, and it's on flat ground.
Where about in Georgia was y'all at? Because
down there around Bainbridge.
Okay, so we went down there with Will Booth and them, and Tyler Goforth, John Rakestraw.
I heard he's the man.
Oh man, let me tell you.
Everybody besides James Reese believe that anyhow.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know Mr. James Reese very much.
He cool. I met him while I was out there.
But I can tell you one thing: you better have your shit tight. And ready when you go to Will Booth and Tyler Goforth. I promise you, I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. I'm not talking about, well, let's go catch a big hog, let's go catch a big boar hog. Which big boar hog do you want to catch? You want 300, 350, 400? Or you want to just catch some of these 225s with some good teeth? And how many do you want to catch today? And which dog do you want to use? Because every single dog will do it by itself. I'm talking about by itself. What's that grilled cheese dog?
Yeah. John Rakestraw.
That's Rakestraw's dog. That's a bad bitch.
She makes it look easy.
Yeah, I'm talking about it literally makes it look like a pig got out of the pen and you went and just rustled it up right quick. I'm talking about shut them down. Shake the woods up, shut them down. I felt bad for my dogs. I looked at them dogs. I said, boys, I'm sorry I brought y'all here. I'm sorry I had to see this.
Put y'all in some fire.
Hey, but I'll be honest, our old dogs, they did good. They jumped a bunch, they run a bunch, and we bait a bunch. And like James and Will Booth, they always back and forth about whatever.
Boy, that's funny.
Yeah, it is. But like we caught, I think we caught 13 or 14 in a couple of mornings, and by 10:30, 11 o'clock, we was at the Mexican restaurant drinking beer, eating. But they got good properties, good dogs, and they're good people. And like I said, I don't know James. I promise you, I would go hunt with that. I'd go hunt with Mr. James this weekend, and I'd walk and take every step he takes because I hunted like the same way for 15 years.
That's how I grew up, man.
Like I run the swamps, I run the cornfields, I run the mountains, all of it, and I enjoy it. I ain't gonna lie, it's a different kind of hunting.
And was in the best shape of your life.
Oh yeah. Now I sit on the tailgate and let them talk a little bit.
That's it. I definitely understand. Like I said, I met James while I was up there.
Yeah.
I actually traveled a dog from one of his buddies while I was up there, and I met him. We sat there and we talked dogs for a while.
They catch some
And
dogs.
man, they catch them. They up there in them numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, one thing you cannot deny, I always say this, is facts and numbers.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? You can't deny that. And so, man, he cool. We got to sit around and talk dogs. And, you know, he talk a lot about his main dog. Trying to think of the name of Solo. Yeah, he talk a lot about him. I mean, you can't knock a dog that's producing. I mean,
no,
that just is what
if
it
the
is.
dog's doing his job, regardless of how somebody else takes it, that doesn't mean that he's bragging on the dog. That means he's proud of his dog. And you know what I'm saying? And he's and in all rights, if a dog is like, I don't know, I haven't seen the dog, I ain't hunting with a dog. But if the dog will do what he says he's gonna do, hell, I'd be proud of him too.
Simple, cut and dry.
You know, that like Randy Durrell's dog, Goose, in the Bay Pen world. There's so many people, they're like, oh man, all he does is talk about that dog. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, that dog has won 6 figures in cash. I'm talking about well over the 100,000 mark. That's all I would talk about if he was mine.
You'll never have another dog like him.
No. And if he was your dog, you'd be talking about him too.
Yeah. I would definitely do the same thing. And I mean, that to me, that's what makes it fun. You know, long as it's in good faith. I probably went dog hunting if the shit talk going with. You know, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But you got to do your part and have your dogs up the part. So when you say what you say, your dogs do what they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's all it is.
And there's a lot of times if you say in a certain way that dog would tell, he'll show, the dog would show what's happening.
That's right.
And there's times where, like, you know, you might think you got more than what you really got. And that's something that will make you a lie.
Quick.
I'm talking about quick, very quick.
Quick.
Like that Rick dog, we went to Texas. First thing me and Rusty and him was, we had been talking about it for a few weeks. I said, man, I don't think I'm going to bring him. He said, oh, man, bring him. He said, well, we'll see him run. I said, okay. And we was talking about it. And I said, man, I've had this son gun on a 7-hour race in the middle of July, just strolling. I'm talking about from 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening, you know, and we're out here chasing dogs, got the race going and chasing dogs, picking them up, but a full 7 hours running. We go out there and that son of a bitch ran 45 minutes and fell out having a heat stroke.
Fell out had a heat stroke.
I'm talking about I told Nate, I said, I think he's dying. Nate checked, we was laughing about it. Nate checked what was his temperature, Nate?
106.2.
After he cooled down for them out.
Oh, baby, he got a little hot.
He was hot, my guy.
He was hot.
Well, you don't
he
have
had a
one-way
hot ticket. He just ain't cashed it in.
Hey, he was ready for the deer.
You should. I was looking at. I said, well, technically he's supposed to be dead. So I said, but he acts like he's just a little hot. Like he didn't act like it was nothing big deal. And
12 hours later, the hardest hog that we run, he found him.
No, we rested him
and
up
made it.
the next day.
That's what I said. It was from that evening to the next evening.
Well, that was that
morning. Yeah. Okay, so I lied then. Probably about 18 hours. But anyway, he went back out and done it. But the first time he made me a lie, I'm talking about it made me look like
Man, it'll do it. A dog will do it to you. One thing about a dog, if he want to do it, he's going to do it. And if he don't want to do it, he ain't going to do it.
No, you can't make that son of a bitch do nothing.
Nothing. You ain't going to make him do nothing.
No.
You're going to sit there and get mad. You're going to raise sand, and he's still going to do what you want to do.
Ain't no doubt. I learned that with all the bulldogs, man.
What you say?
Oh, God almighty. Some bitches be sitting there and they're so smart. They know that they're doing the wrong thing. And like I had one, this dog's the smartest dog I've ever seen. And this son bitch, some days she act like she was the dumbest thing on the face of the earth. Because I wanted her to do what I wanted her to do, and she didn't want to do it. So she wasn't going to do it. That's just how it is. That's just how the dogs do.
Yeah, they're going to do what they want to do for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, you was talking about going, you know, traveling and stuff like that. Are you taking all the same dogs every time you travel? Or are you taking different dogs? Or
we taking the band when we go.
I got
you. We taking the band.
No, that
everywhere we go.
and that's why I asked, because like I said, if you got a dog that can do it in three or four different locations, different terrains, different settings, then I think you have a good well-rounded dog.
That's it. That's what I want to see. I want to see what my dog does in different locations because, you like you just talked about the Will Boots of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So you got this man up here. He hang a hammer. Every time he go. He posts hammers every week.
Yep.
And so you want to see it in your mind. Me personally, if I take my dogs up there, can I hang the same hammer? So is it really Will Boots' dog, or is it just the location?
Yep.
Because sometimes you can go to spots, that are hunting holes. They got a lot of, a lot of hogs up there around the AG fields and stuff like that. It's hard hunting down there where we at. I mean, you catch a lot of pigs. You get on a good hog every now and then, but it's hard hunting. And I mean, it's rough terrain. And I feel like you go up there around the AG fields. Of course, you got a lot more action. You got a lot more traffic, but it should be harder to catch a bigger hog because you got so many hogs.
Yes.
A lot of people don't think a lot about it like that as well. So if you got a dog that's, I guess you can call it smart enough to single out the big hogs out of these groups and these packs that's coming out across these AG fields, I think that's even more special than just having a dog that'll find a hog.
Yes, I agree. Because that happens. I mean, you get a big old boar hog that's got some sense to him, and he's been run. He's gonna take you in there and he's gonna dump you off.
Automatic.
And so if your dog first that and I've got young dogs and I've got old dogs that do the same thing. They will go through there, and the first thing that runs out that they can catch, that's what they're gonna get.
Guaranteed, hog dog.
They're gonna grab whatever the hell they can, but that big boar hog will still be going. But then I've had 2 different dogs, 3 in my lifetime that would not leave that boar hog. They would stick with it.
Wow.
And that's been. And it's one of them deals where they died in the woods because I would never get rid of them dogs.
That's right.
Like you said, it's kind of a diamond that you find when you get dogs like that. And I think it's a more special dog that can stick with a big boar hog in a bunch of hogs.
And it take a sound dog to even bay a boar hog. Because now, let's look at this thing from a dog perspective. That's kind of how I try to tend to see things, especially like a dog lose a hog or, don't come up short. You got to look at it from the dog perspective. But just think about running after this 300, 350, 400-pound hog that we all want to see and put our hands on.
Yeah.
And this somebody's been turned around 2 or 3 times during this race, and it shows you that he ain't fucking around.
Yes.
Simple cut and dry. And so you mean tell me this dog got enough heart to, 1, keep himself alive, and 2, still put enough pressure on this hog to stop him and hold him up. And bam, when he the one dog there, you know what that hog gonna do. If you got a good sized big hog and one dog baying him and there's anything like the hogs we got down the south, he gonna try him.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about the dog trying the hog. The hog gonna try the dog.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? He gonna see where that dog heart at. And I have seen it go both ways a few times.
Oh yeah.
And so looking at it from a dog perspective, you got a dog that'll hang with a big boar hog and he'll put big hogs on the tailgate. I think that's special. I think that's something. Because a lot of people don't think about it, but you calling yourself having a hog dog, and I mean, it's cool. You catching pigs, you catching sows, those are hogs, those are whole dogs in my eyes. Mm-hmm. But you got a dog that's hanging in there and hanging, that's just a different style.
Yes.
Because I mean, you get banged up every time. I mean, it's good, but it happens rare if you really catch a hammer and nothing gets cut. And when it does happen, you sit around and you clap. You like this. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, somebody took an ass with them, whether it's the Beowtdoors, whether it's the Bulldogs, or both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so then you doctor them up and do it again.
No, that's a good outlook. Especially for a lot of guys guys and girls out there that's just getting into the running dogs. I hope that they listen to that and really stop and think about what you just said. Look at it from your dog's perspective, because if you got a 2-year-old dog or a 1.5-year-old dog,
yes,
that you got started and he's out there by himself and he's on a 225-pound boar hog with 3-inch teeth.
That's all it takes.
Man, and if he stays with it,
man, he got heart.
You got a good dog. And now, true enough, there's times where, hey, he might have got whooped a little too much. And he's like, man, he broke off and went over here and made this 100-pounder. You got to look at, and we used to tell people all the time, they were like, well, how in the hell do you know what's going on? Well, we were running GoPros on all our bay dogs. We tried to run them years ago on our catch dogs and stuff, and it's not real good footage, but it's still footage. But when Rodney started, me and Rodney started hunting together a lot. Rodney had some GoPro setups, and all he had was looser bay dogs, and so boy, it was hard to try to figure out how to hunt with all that shit because I had running catch dogs.
That's right.
And but anyway, so we started. So I told him one day, I was like, I want to put your camera on this dog to see what it's doing. I ain't worried about the footage. I just want to see what this somebody's doing. And so after that, we started doing that. And so now I know if I got a pup or a young dog, and I think he's got a lot of potential, and I'm like, hey, look on the Garmin, he's in the lead, or hey, he was over here first, and I think he struck the hog. Well, all you got to do is go back and look at that GoPro.
That's nice. I like that.
It'll tell you. And look, you ain't got to go buy no $800 or $1,000 brand new GoPro 13 Hero Black. You ain't got to do all that. Get
Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, get on Marketplace. Get on eBay. Buy a GoPro 3 or 4
KH camera
and get you $50, $100 and rig you up a collar. And,
some of you ready to tear up.
Yes.
Some of you bought ready to tear.
and I'll be honest, like the way Rodney's collars are set up is probably the best that I've seen, but it's all rigged up. You know what I mean? It works, but it ain't pretty. You know, it's got a little black tape on it. It's got some wire on it. You got a shoelace tied up on one part of it to keep it closed. But
that's the type of shit I trust right there, rather than shit fresh out the box.
We've lost one.
That's tried and true, baby.
How many years have we been doing it? I'm talking about years.
Long time.
And we've only lost one, and it was with 6 dogs inside of a beaver hut. That's the only camera we lost.
Tried and true.
Yeah. So if anybody has questions on that, y'all just holler at Rodney Bell, and he'll show y'all how to fix how his collars are set up for that. Now we've made some collars for GoPro and the brackets and stuff like that over the years, and they work, but if you have any issues on your dogs, or you think you do, man, just slap that little camera on and check him out, see what he's doing. If you think he's babbling on track, or if he's opening up when it's hot, or if he's barking and cold trailing, whatever, it works good. But also, like I said, especially some of these newer people that are getting into hunting, think about what that dog's going through. Blayke, you put it, that's a real good perspective. A lot of people do not look at it like that.
Yep. You got to think about it.
Good.
It's almost like you a coach and they a player. And so,
Yeah.
you got to put each player, each dog in the best position to win. But at the end of the day, you want to go back and you want to watch that huddle film, and you want to see, exactly what this player was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And what you just described is giving us as a hunter the ability to do that. Because I wanted to put one on a dog, but I just wanted to put it on the catch dog, of course, to see the catch.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking at it from an entirely different perspective. You're looking at it from start to finish.
Yes.
And I think that's the real nail biter right there. I'm actually just about going to do that right now.
Now let me tell you something else that really worked out good for us, and it was on an accident. Catch dog coming in wide open. Old bay dog stand over here to the side just filming for me.
Yeah, sir. I have seen that video.
Hey, and that's some good coming there and just hang them. I was like, damn, that's better footage than if the catch dog had it.
Yeah.
So it can work out several different ways,
That's true.
If I can get Nathan to do anything, he'll get us some good videos put up. Which, man, you know how YouTube is. You got to be careful, boy.
Hey, I think that's a good point to talk about as well.
I literally have it right here, right for real. I got it wrote down. It says dealing with YouTube.
Hey, look how it comes up. That's crazy. I did a lot of research, and I did a lot of digging into YouTube before I got on that journey, because before me and Justin, got linked up, and I feel like we're good buddies now. I was watching his YouTube, and I kind of watched his process of him going through YouTube, kind of kicking him in the ass and not being too friendly with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was putting great footage out. It wasn't gruesome, he was tying the hogs and things of that nature. And I was like, damn, YouTube, kind of tripping on that. The whole setup of Beowtdoors and the essence of what we're trying to do is kind of, penalized almost. And so you'll see a lot of our videos and stuff like where the gruesome parts, I guess you could call it, we kind of put pictures over it. So us as houndsmen, as hog doggers, we know that when you sit that pitch dog in there, if you're going to kill one, you're going to stab him. If you're not, you're going to tie him up and then you're going to cut him and we're going to release him. Well, I kind of feel like on YouTube, you don't necessarily have to do that, showing that part. So let's take pictures and we can play this audio in the background. So as a hog hunter, your ears trained to know exactly what's going on. But all that YouTube sees with this whole background complex algorithm that they using to review your videos with, all they see is pictures. So all this thing is seeing is a picture. So within this picture, it's not as gruesome as it seems. And so I feel like that gives you an edge up to still show reality, still show exactly what's going on, but at the same time, be smooth over YouTube.
Huh. All right. Yeah. Like we've had a few issues on our last channel, but the one we got now, and like you said, we had to kind of cut down you can't show what you really want to show, but we hadn't done the picture thing. That might be something we look into later on. But like like you said, you kind of, after you hunt for so long, you know what's going on just by listening.
That's right.
You already know what's going on. But now, have y'all had any issues with doing it the way you're doing it? Any strikes or anything?
I haven't had any strikes with the way that we're doing it. I got I guess you would say a temporary strike early on, and it was just YouTube not understanding what was going on. I had posted a hog that was tied up and was, I guess you could say, strangled. Hog, no blood, no anything. It was more like along the lines of the stuff that Justin Becker was posting. And I was like, I don't really understand, why YouTube doing that. But beyond that, as far as like the pictures and everything, we're good. We don't have any strikes on our channel. And also, make sure if you do get a strike on your channel, that you go take that whatever the little course is that goes along with it. Because after you take that course, in 90 days, as long as you don't get another strike, that strike falls off and you go back to zero.
Okay.
So taking that whatever, I can't even think of the name of it, but it's just going to go in there. It's going to go over their policies and procedures.
Okay. It's just, okay. I got you. It's kind of like with TikTok, if you get something on there, they'll be like, hey, go back and read the community guidelines, and
there you go.
Like a refresher course saying, hey, don't do this dumb shit or we're going to have to hit you.
That's it. That's exactly what it's going to do. And then within 90 days, you'll get an email saying that your strike fell off. And so I think about it a few different ways. So I think if you get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, they actually see that, that platinum plaque and all that shit. I think you end up getting like 20,000 a month. That's what I'm trying to work towards.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, of course, do anything to jeopardize getting into that position, but you also got to post videos. I mean, that's the only way to get views. That's the only way to make money. And so you either look at it one or two ways. You need, a few videos, get millions of views, or you can have a bunch of videos, get a couple thousand views.
Yeah. So
if you got 100 videos on YouTube, and in a month, each one of them only get 1,000 views, you just got 100,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
We just posted a video the other day of that hog we caught down there in South Florida with Justin, and it's got like 1.7 million views right now.
Really?
I mean, it's rocking and rolling. It's got us heading in the right direction. It's got our subscribers running all the way to the top. I mean, it's putting us in a really good position. And so once that started taking off, we posting all the time. I mean, we got 42 some videos on YouTube right now, and we're trying to get that to 50 and 60 by the end of next week. So,
man, that's good. That's good. I love to hear it when it's going good like that, because like we started out, we were going good, and like when they hit us 3 strikes within a month.
Well, I got one strike at the beginning of the month, and I think this is before they offered the class, because this was like
this has been a couple
5
years
or
ago.
6 years ago, because I hadn't heard anything about the class. So or they didn't give me the option, or I missed it or
Mhm.
something. I'm not really
Either
sure.
way, we just
And then I woke up one morning and I had like a bunch of email notifications from YouTube, and I was like, "Well, that's interesting." And it was like they hit me with the second and the third strike within like 2 hours at like middle of the
Wow.
night, and then they kicked the channel. I
it
was
was
like, "Oh,
it was
okay."
from a bay pen with
Yeah,
no
it was,
contact,
It was
nothing,
bacon videos.
with absolutely nothing, no contact of any kind.
In which I don't understand that as well.
I
And
don't.
another thing too.
I had another video over there that shouldn't have been on. It really shouldn't have been. But it was one of those that was in the early stages of YouTube, and we just put whatever we wanted to. You know, I'm talking 12, 13 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how long that channel had been on. And like I said, it literally got that strike, and then just bam, 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 took it down, took the whole channel. So we started. So we are very, very cautious of anything that we post because of that. And like we don't, you know, we put like it's kind of like you were talking about. Instead of putting a bunch of videos out, that was my thing. Being an older guy, look, you know, I'm not big into the technology side of it. I'm understanding a lot more. But my whole process was, well, just post a video every day. And Nate was like, no, let's post good videos, fewer of them with more views.
That's right.
And it really did change because like we, you know, I was like, okay, let's post this, whatever. And we'd have a couple thousand views. Well, then when like we post one every couple months or something, and when it was doing like that, it'd be like, okay, well, this one's got 15, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. That's way better than 400 or 4,000, you know? And I was like, okay, so now I'm starting to understand a lot more of this stuff. And it's just, but doing that, knowing that they have that to where you can take that little class or whatever, that's something good to know because I didn't know about it.
No.
And see, another thing that you can do on YouTube too. So like, I know y'all watch a lot of our videos.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm trying to do is make it episodial. So like, I want to already have like the layout in case if somebody, you know, from the TV world ever hits us up and we already read it. Like, hey, this is what we do. We already do episodes. We're ready to jump in and do it however you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But as I dug into it, YouTube wants you to answer, the algorithm wants you to answer certain questions. So who are you? So that's why we always say, you know, Blayke Martin, Beowtdoors, the LNP Beowtdoors. Where? I'm in South Alabama, I'm in Bainbridge, I'm in Morriston, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and on 69 out there in the hills, you know, where we are, we're gonna say that. And then why? What are you doing in this video? Why are you making this video? And I know it sounds kind of cliche, but hey, we're out here to catch hogs.
Yeah.
We're out there hunting. We need to remove these hogs from this land.
Mm-hmm.
We're helping this farmer. We're helping this landowner. And YouTube is so large, so you know it's not real people doing it. So you got to beat the algorithm. Like that's all that it is. And so by answering those questions, and like I said, also knowing what I was saying with the pictures, it allows you to check all the boxes to not only not get a strike, but be in good standing.
Yeah, I got you.
Because you got to think about it as if it's a computer system. It's kind of like a virus. If one thing goes wrong, the computer want to do an update, right?
Yeah.
So you don't start watching a certain thing. So if you're doing something wrong, the algorithm gonna make you go to the front. Like, okay, we need to watch this channel. This channel did something wrong, so they're more prone to do something wrong again.
Yeah.
And so when you make another hiccup, then they're like, oh, okay, this is a bad channel. We need to get you off our side.
Yeah.
Then they don't know what you're going. So our whole just is standing in the clear.
So and it's like that on about all the social media stuff too, like just doing the videos, like you said, because like on our Instagram, I post a lot on the Instagram thing myself. And like you said, getting on the algorithm, it's got, you know, check these boxes. This is how you do it for you know, your content. And the first good video that I made that got over, I think like 60 or 80,000, or it might have been over 100,000. It sent me a little thing and it was like, okay, you checked all these boxes. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I ain't checked no boxes, man. You know, what are you talking about? I had just made the video that certain way. And sure enough, there we go. We're at the front of the algorithm. And so people are getting to see it. So we're getting more views. And on TikTok, I started out real strong on my personal one. And then I got a strike against me. And then a guy sent me or shared a video with me, and it got a strike on my channel. It didn't strike on his, but it got a strike on mine. And then I guess it shadow banned me because, man, I ain't got a video that's got more than like 300 or 400 views on it. And the rest of them had, 150, 200,000. And so,
that's crazy.
oh yeah. So it's like, damn,
I saw
man.
y'all old channel. Y'all old channel had y'all was set.
We had we had some videos. We had a few on there. It was pretty rough. I had one boy he stuck a hog. We had a GoPro on it's on his hat, wasn't it? Or was it chest mount?
I think it was, I don't remember.
Anyway, and when he put that blade in there, that son of a bitch squirted out and just covered the whole camera.
God,
and they never said a word. Never said a word.
No.
And then put a damn dog barking at a pig in there. Boom. Y'all can't do that.
that's crazy. I mean,
That's haters. I'm telling you, that's what that is.
I think they got a lot to do with it too, and I hope not saying this. I hope it don't put us in a bad spot. But I mean, you got your naysayers out there, you got your tree huggers or whatever you want to call them. But take a walk in our shoes. So one thing I have learned in the dog world, just raised up in it, you be respectful. Because your dog hunt, you trespass.
Yep.
I mean, that's just part of it. Your dog gonna go somewhere and ain't got no business, and you gonna go get it. But I have been taught, if you can do the respectful thing, to do it. So you go to these people gates and you wait on them or you call their number and they come to you. And I've had both scenarios where you go there, you be respectful. I was raised up by good people, shout out to my mom and my dad. They put that belt on my ass.
That's right.
And I look you straight in the eyes and I say, yes, sir, no, sir, no matter what your age is. If you're older than me, that's just, how it is. And, I've been respectful when I've been able to get my dog and come back and, they all be good. And I've also been there, been the exact same way I was with this landowner. And then this landowner, say something slick like, next time I'll bring you a collar back. And then shit go to Z.
Yeah.
Skip all 8 through everything else. We just bring it to Z.
Yep.
We get on down to business. And so, at the end of the day, you got people out here that don't want us to do this. So you got to hold yourself and conduct yourself in the right format that you already in the right, but you got to do it overly because people already think you're in the wrong just by doing what you love to do.
Yes.
And it's no different than doing anything, than watching sports, playing ball, fishing, golfing, whatever it is.
Yep.
It's no different than that. It's the exact same thing. It's a pastime. It's a passion. This is something that you put your heart, your time, and your money into. And it just so happened to deal with animals and land. But you got some people that just don't want you to do it. So as a dog, man, especially like these people that we've been talking about all night, that's just getting into it, you need to still, take a little bit, be respectful. If a landowner, give a job, I'll let them slide by with a little bit, but you ain't going to get away with too much.
No.
But you just got to kind of fine line that thing, especially if you hunt close by. You don't really want no bad blood, but you also got to let people know that you ain't playing with them either. Mm-hmm. So, like, you got to kind of ride that line and do the right thing at all times. And the first thing that happens with a deer, they go shoot 8, 9, 10 point, and oh man, I need a dog. Well, now for the last 15 years, you ain't want a dog across your property. Yep. But now you feel this big buck, now you want to call somebody, to come, track your deer. So it's just all, a fine line right there that you got to ride and conduct yourself in the right way, just so these people don't come afterwards. Because every county, every state, it's some people there that don't want dog hunting. They talking to such and such, that's their friend. They try to get it outlawed. I know I'm a dog hunt, till they put me in the ground, whether they let it be legal or not. But, we got to preserve it for the generation out there. I want my son and, his son to have the same experience and the same growth, that I had, and the same joy that dog hunt brings me. But in order to do that, I got to act right.
Yes.
I got to hold my head high, and I got to, take a little bit. And like I said, give a little bit, but I got to make sure that I don't do too much in order, to give them the opportunity and availability to dog hunt.
I think it's one of those, it's almost an age-old battle that everybody's been fighting, and we're going to have to fight it continually with people who are against running dogs. And it doesn't matter what kind of dogs you're running or what kind of game you're hunting. But one thing I have learned in this, like we've got 100%, we got people that don't want us to do it. But some of our biggest enemies are the sumbitches that are right there with us.
Hey,
I'm talking about.
We the ones wrong.
Dude, yeah, and it hurts my heart, man, for real. And I say that for with every being in my body. Sometimes it breaks my heart when you see somebody who's out there and they post something and you're like, damn, man, I wish they hadn't done that. Hey, it don't even really affect me. Not right now, but it will affect them. And then you might have somebody else pop on there and be like, hey guys, man, y'all tone that down a little bit. And first thing they say is, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly like that.
Just like I don't give, but yeah, hey, look, we know that you don't have to, but for the sake of the whole community, the sake of the whole world that runs dogs, don't post that dumb shit. Just don't do it. Send it in a private message. I love to see a dog getting, hanging big boar hog or whatever.
I want to see him get red. I want to see it.
Yeah, send it to me, but don't send it to the people that don't need to see it, because when you put it publicly, that's who's going to watch it.
And it's all that is.
That video of Pepper grabbing that possum, I got called a psychopath. I've had hexes put on me, voodoo, witchcraft. Oh man, because of a possum.
A possum.
Yeah, my cats. Look, man, this poor dog he can't see no more. Like I should have done left him at the house, but I can't. This son of a bitch walked by that pot. I've never seen him trash on anything ever. He's 10 years old. He walked by that possum 4 times, and that 5th time, he just couldn't help it. And I was laughing my ass off. And so I posted the video. I was like, possum hunting or whatever, a little short clip on Instagram. And man, like I think it's got like, 80,000 views now. And I was like, well, that's pretty good, but literally a third of those views are from haters, from people who hate me because of that. And it sucks. Because it's like, I didn't show him like tearing it up or none of that. Literally didn't show anything. You can go to the Instagram, it's pinned at the top. You'll see it. He just grabs it and walks off with it. But man, people will look down on you. Now, can you imagine if I'd have showed him with a cut right on his belly and shit hanging out? Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff that you don't need to post.
You can't. And it's not, I hate that we're in that position where you can't, where you got to, be careful what you post of things. But now that we are, as dog hunters, as hog hunters, we got to just, like you say, be careful about what you post. But we also got to still continue to do what you just talked about and tell people when they're wrong. Because regardless if they say they don't give a fuck or they don't do anything about it, it's still in your mind. Mm-hmm. Regardless. I did something, somebody felt some type of way about it. So, it can't be all the way right. And eventually, they might catch on to it. Mm-hmm. But if we all get that in our mind, that I ain't going to say nothing to them, they ain't worried about this, that, and the third, then they really don't get what they want. You know what I'm saying? They really don't have it all posted, throw it all the way across. You got to still say something every time, and if they don't care about you or they call you this, that, and third, I mean, that's fine. But the shit got to be good. That's just the best way I know how to put it.
And there's a way to say that to somebody too. You ain't got to get on there and say, "Hey, don't be a dumbass and post it." You just, hey, hit them in a private message and say, "Hey, man, that's a little rough to put on there," and tell them, be honest. We should be held accountable for ourselves because we put ourselves out there. When you get on social media or on the internet and you start a company. Like we have, like you have, like Boars N Broads, there's a dozen or more, Justin Becker and all them guys. Like you have to have a certain level that you have to uphold. You can't just come out here and be just old boy from the backwoods and just being stupid, because it ain't going to last long. You got to be professional, and that role. Go ahead. Do what?
I would rather govern it than have the other folks govern it, because they govern it and be erasing it, stop them.
Well, I don't think it's no different. I think a lot of it is like some of these guys, they never went to deer camp.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Because it's governed. Go to deer camp.
You ain't gonna go down there and do anything. No, you ain't gonna do what you want. No. These folks been at this deer camp all these years now. You ain't gonna go down there and do what you want to do now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to see somebody say, I don't give a fuck, whatever. I'll do what I want to do. Yeah. You won't do it here.
That is a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that missing in the world today. And but there's still a lot of it that's out there too.
That's right.
There's still a lot of it. So I mean, it's. I think we, you hear people always, and guys like us, we're always preaching, the unity part. Let's all stick together. Blah blah blah. Yes, but at the same time, you still got to stand up for yourself, and you got to stand up for what we do. You can't look at it. We can't hide. There, like you said, there's that line.
That's all it is. It's a line. And like your old folks always say, it's a time and place for everything. That's what it all boils down to. You got to know how to conduct yourself around this person, that person, this place, and that thing. That's it. That's all it boils down to.
Man, that's one of those things. It's kind of a hard conversation sometimes because not everybody sees it the same way, and we don't have to agree on everything. We can agree to disagree and be grown-ups.
That's it, and move past.
Yeah, but we all should have a certain caliber that we're holding ourselves accountable for, and just try to do the best we can. Yeah, and some people don't know no better. Some people just don't know.
And I'll take those people like that because 9 times out of 10, the people that don't know no better, they coach for, they teach for.
Yes,
but it's the people that know better. You're doing wrong. You're choosing to do wrong at that point. That's all that is.
Yep. I mean, it's just like in construction. Would you rather have some guy who's worked 10 different jobs for 25 years or somebody who has not worked but is willing to work and willing to learn? Give me somebody I can coach.
All day, every day. Let me instill my culture into him.
Yep. Because the other guy's going to tell you everything he already knows.
Yes, sir. He going to tell you how he going to do it, but he's going to do it on my outside.
That's a fact.
You hear me? No, he going to do it like that for sure.
But I tell you what. Go ahead.
I was thinking about a video y'all posted a while back. Man, y'all were in the hall, and it wasn't nothing but black dogs around it.
Oh, man, come on now.
Nothing but black.
We would look. I throw the yellow dog in there too. I didn't want nobody to start talking about me.
You want the yellow dog? I want the yellow dog with the 200 miles.
I put him. He's in the box, man. He was growing up. I had to go get me one after that.
you went home and you showed him a video of that. Baby.
I was like, now look at this. This is how it happens, boys. This is what happens. Look, man. I love a black mouth cur with a black mask, big blockhead cur. Man, I love them. But I have yet to find very many that was worth the shit. I got one. I got a couple now that's pretty good. They're still young. I got them from Rusty. And they are. Rusty got some sure enough dogs. And then I got the rougher ones from Russell Holiday. And man, them rascals are rough. I mean, rough. And I like them. They hunt. Hey, they're not going to be under your feet. They're not super long range, but they will beat the bushes. But when we started crossing them up, we got some real dark brindle and we got some black ones. That's what the puppies are. Now, before that, almost every dog we had was black. For 15 years, I didn't own a dog that wasn't black or a red nose. That was the only other color option. If I didn't have a black dog out on the yard, it's because it was a red nose.
That's it.
So, I will have to say, yes, we did bay a lot with some solid black dogs. But it happens. It happens.
It happens. No, that's what
it happens.
That's what gets you paid, baby.
Hey,
that's what gets you paid.
That's up that year. I think it might have been the year before that when Roddy's dog Midnight was still man. Oh, Mama Sally had got hurt. My two main dogs had got killed the year before. And Sally was basically the lead dog, and then she got hurt. And so Midnight was always kind of a me too dog. And man, we started pushing her. Let me tell you something. Hog dog is what happened. That son bitch, we started putting some pork on the tailgate. And then the young dogs fell in there with her. And it got to where it was just rolling. And then Nathan got that M&M pup. And we made a lot of around 300 that in 23, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we put around a little over 300 that year.
What they be saying?
Yeah, I'd be hammering son. But I wish we had all those black dogs still. I don't think we got but one or two of them left. Was it that video? Was it that video with that big sow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like on that little hillside there.
Okay, that one of those dogs was that was Eminem.
Yeah.
Midnight and deer.
Yeah.
I think that's when y'all was actually making the post about him. I think
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because that was Midnight's. That was about the one of the next to the last ones that she made. It wasn't many after that. She got killed when Miles came down. She got hit and knocked off a cliff.
That last night he was here.
It shattered her spine in a few places, messed her bladder up, kidneys, her insides, and Rodney and the vet, they made the choice that, for her better to the best part would just to let her go. And I'm going to tell you, man, that's tough. But that was a dog. I mean, that's a dog. But the other two dogs in that video, one of them's name is Deer. Yeah, his name is Deer. The Hunter Boudin, his name is not Boudin.
Baldwin.
It's Baldwin, but I can't ever remember that, so I call them Boudin brothers. And that little dog was about a year old. He was 11 months old when they came up here. And that son of a bitch right there
from
was
the time
baby.
They turned it out.
Yeah.
That first cast that morning.
That dog hunted, boy. I was trying my best to get that dog.
Actually, it always like
yeah.
Hey,
listen, that son of a bitch come from the swamp down in Louisiana.
From the marsh.
From the marsh. Not the swamp, the marsh. Had never been, and we were in the mountains. That dog acted like he was raised here. I said, I need that dog.
Oh, he's navigating bluffs and all kinds of stuff.
Like, from that's out of that Mr. Aubrey stuff from Jason Wallace.
Yeah.
Originally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And then the other one was Eminem.
That was pretty fine looking black dogs, but that's the baby. I like what they look like.
Well, the daddy to them pups that I'm talking about that's doing real good. That's that Eminem dog. He's in that video.
That's right.
And that all them puppies, they bay pretty good. They actually bay better than him. Nathan looking at me like, yeah, bullshit. Oh. No, Nathan owns a daddy, but that's it.
I kept two females.
I'm gonna take your ass down to DHR. I want some child support monthly, buy some dog food. Other than that, you ain't claiming these kids on income tax, boy.
Yes. So I kept two females, and I got one. I said, I'm gonna take one, and I'm making a blood tracking dog. Take the other one, make it a hog dog. The one I was gonna keep for the blood tracking, keeping it with me all the time, like letting it ride with me, get a good handle on it. Well, it ended up getting in the potbelly pig pen, and it bays.
That's the best bay dog I've seen. That's gonna be his blood tracking dog. I said no.
But awesome. Her voice got hoarse the other day.
Yeah. And
she had gotten out of the kennel, and so she went straight back there and was baying through the fence. And she was baying, and I was like, can't even hardly hear it. She just sounded like she was squeaking. She's going, her throat was like, just her voice was gone. And I was like, I didn't know what the hell was
She ain't got a big mouth on her anyway.
No, she's not very loud.
Her sister's different, though. Yeah. Her sister's loud. That's something that sounds like a train horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Big Tina.
To me.
We call her Trailer Park Tina.
Oh, Big Tina.
She got a name, too.
Yeah, Trailer Park Tina,
TPT.
baby. Big booty Tina.
Trailer Park.
Big old red dog.
Yeah, she turned out like a red color. Yeah. She's good looking somebody stuff.
Oh yeah. She looked like a bulldog.
Yeah.
She'll be like hell. She ain't hard like a bulldog.
No, she's not super rough either though. But
they definitely got the Catahoula two-step and two-stepping the fuck out the way. They ain't taking no licks.
No.
They don't like getting beat up.
That somebody can move. I'm talking about move. They don't like getting that ass whooped though.
No. They stay alive.
Well, that's fine. They'll stay alive.
I either bay or catch. Just don't be dicking around about it.
Mm-hmm. Blayke, I know you got a couple of good hunting stories you can tell us before we get done with this episode. I'm talking about Hey, it can be PG rated, R rated, either one. Don't make a damn.
Man, I got a damn good one that came off my mind. So said that. Man, me and my buddy Rankin, we saw. We was on probably about 2 months ago, and it's one of them hunts that just stick in the top of your head. And it's actually got something to do with what I was talking about earlier. But we got out there to a spot we call Calves, and then we call it the Honey Hole. And we had a big boar hog that was coming to a feeder, but he was coming, like I was saying, like through the middle of the night. And it's one of those spots that no type of service. I mean, you can't even run a cell cam down there if you wanted to. I mean, it ain't got to that point yet. Ain't a tower close enough. And we went down there and we was after that hog, and we seen his track. We trailed him, couldn't get him jumped. And put the trail dogs up. I said, man, let's go somewhere and cash these third dogs. And when we did, that's when that China dog just wouldn't do what she needed to do. And so for whatever odd reason, Roman just keep like staring off into the far distance. Like it's some longing for him out there. And I'm looking at him half-ass crazy. And I'm like, man, what the hell wrong with you? He said, man, bro, I'm telling you. He said, it's something back there. I don't know if we need to go get it or we just need to go on and pack up now.
Oh, hell.
I said, well, I'm telling you now, hell, I came to hunt, came to catch a hog. We finna catch a hog. He said, I'm telling you, just something back there that's calling me or some shit. I don't know what to tell me. And so that China dog, she beat around there, and that's when I called up. And I told Ronald, I said, you don't know if you called the right dog. He said, how you know that? I said, you still bear hog. You called the right dog.
Yeah.
So we went on deeper in the swamp back there. And man, we couldn't find a track for nothing in the world. It's just like all the hogs had disappeared. And we got down there in the back there around the creek. And I said, Ron, I'm pulling sick of riding. He said, well, what we gonna do then? I said, I'm gonna drive cats. So just drive the day in long off in the cabs. He said, yeah. I said, watching. So I cast the dogs out. They got out there about 900 yards. And one yip, just yip one time like that. They started Cadillacing pretty good. Got up there around 0.58, 0.60, 0.7. I said, well, Ron, I think we're running a hog. He said, you reckon? I said, I do. And so those dogs, they went to rolling, and they fell bait. And I mean, just in the prettiest place you could think of is a road to get you there all of the above. So we jump on the buggy, we doing 100, and we get over there, boom. We're about 200 yards from we get out, we cut off dogs every breath. So by the time we get on top of the box and go to pull bulldogs now, they break. But here they coming straight towards us. So they get within 100 yards of us, and we looking. I mean, we in the river swamp now, we in the wide open. We just a looking. We see the whole pack of dogs come by us, just as silent as can be. And we go up down the road where they cross that. We ain't seen the first hog track.
Oh.
I said, Ron? He said, yeah. I said, did you see a track? He said, no. I said, well, what the hell we running? He said, I'm not sure. I said, okay. They fell bait again. Another easy place to get to at the road. I'll be damned if the exact same thing happened. It's 2 times now. I told Ron about that second time. I said, now, either we feeding bullshit or we run the ghost. I said, that's one of the options that we got going on. So when they broke that second time, they went, I'm talking about just as straight as an arrow, right back to where they jumped the hog at. And this time they fell bait. I'm talking about they bayed solid. Everybody, every breath. We eased on up there. We got bulldogs down. We get on back there, ease on backwater was up. We eased on back there. And they got a pretty red bull hog, just as bayed solid in the creek as could be. I said, well, look at your arm. I said, maybe he just got wings or something we can't see under the water. Because he damn sure ain't walk on the ground that I see.
Damn.
But they had every breath on him. I'm talking about just the prettiest baby you ever want to see. He ain't got nothing but that old hump and them covers out of the water. Out of the water. Man, he's sitting there just jaw jacking them dogs, sitting there talking to him. And so the creek probably was about 25 yards wide, I say. And see, the whole setup was the backwater was falling out, but we thought that it had to fell out. So we thinking the creek is, what we see.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a tree probably about 15 yards up. And I told Ron, I said, we'd probably walk to that tree right there and everything be fine. So that old bullhog went to whooping on them dogs pretty good. And Ron snapped Hank, one of the catch dogs, and he went to swimming out across there. And I was looking at that dog as he swam out across there. I said, Ron, that shit deep. Speaking of, Ron like 6'3", 6'4".
Oh.
So Ron like, hell no, it can't be that deep. Well, the fucking course, look, I tell you.
Yeah. I mean,
You ain't worried about that shit deep enough. So he had his hip boots on, and he got ready to walk across. I said, you better take that shit off when you drive. So on his way back, I just scripted out of mine. I still got my jeans on now. So I didn't let him fool me into thinking that this shit ain't as deep as it's supposed to be. And so I get out there, I'm just walking, like I said, the water hit my crotch area, and I'm just standing kind of like, I got right there by that tree that I just told y'all about, and it's like I fell off a cliff.
Oh, hell.
Boop, 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 boop. And I can swim, so I mean, no pressure. I come back to the top, and so I said, well, shit, bro, it's pretty deep. So I went to swimming. And this is the first time I'd have got us out there water with jeans on, probably ever. And I got out there about 3/4 of the way. I said, Self said, huh? I said, God damn, I'm getting tired.
Self was rethinking that life decisions.
That's right. I said, damn, we need to take a break. So I went on the water for a second. I popped back up. I had to start doing a little breaststroke. Had to turn around on. I said, God damn, Ron, I'm getting tired. Come back here and come get me. Robert said, I'm coming, bro. Hey, by that time, one of the dogs had swam by me, and I kicked off that dog, and I got over down the bank. And Ronald, by that time, he had made it to me. He said, your ass like to drive. I said, just before. I didn't do it, but I was damn chauffeur cousin. Hey, this is no shit now. So now these dogs been probably damn, and Bulldog been over there probably about 3-4 minutes at this point. And so I said, damn, Ronald, we got to get up. I said, man, the Bulldog caught, we got to get the home. And so we drove our ass up the bank. And I mean, when I crossed that, man, we might have been 10 yards from the hole. We get up, and by the time we done gathered ourselves, we go quiet as a mouse.
Oh, man.
So now this hog done crossed 3 roads. He ain't had a track in the road nowhere. We done baited him. We done seen him. And every dog we got go quiet. Bulldogs right there. Bay dogs right there. Everything goes down. We get sticks and we dive in the water. I said, man, the hog must have drowned. Or maybe he broke and we weren't paying attention. Couldn't find the damn hog nowhere.
Damn.
Somebody just disappeared. And I said, Ron, he said, yeah. I said, you seen that hog, did it? He said, hell yeah, I seen him, bro. I said, my phone ain't messed up. I got a video of him. So they say we call bullshit. I said, I got a video of him.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, man. I'm talking about, I said, now, Ron, I said, you told us not to bring our ass back here. And we still came. And that is why there's crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
And we got up. And this type of guy Ronald is. So after we give up on finding the hog, we like, all right, we got to go back crossing. And so Ronald, little boy, we left him on the other side of the creek right there. I mean, you could see him clear as day, but he was on the other side. And I said, Ron, I told you that water was deep. He said, hell yeah, it is. He said, man, we need to go on down and cross. I said, okay. So we get to walking down the bank trying to find an old tree or something to cross. Couldn't never find it. So we get to a little spot that it looked like it might be pretty shallow. Got some old sticks and water. I said, man, Ron, let's jump in right here. I said, we'll be able to ease on back cross and they'll grab some if we need to. This motherfucker gonna tell me, he said, man, they look like alligator bubbles right there.
Oh,
I said, out of all the goddamn things you can think of, say, come up with, that's shit you gonna say, but you gotta get back cross it. And I gotta get back in this water. Hey, we didn't know it then, but after about 15, 20 minutes of searching, we realized we was on the island in the middle of the swim.
Oh, shit.
It didn't matter which way you went. You was going to have to swim them 30, 40 yards.
Oh, my God.
It make no difference. And so we eased them back up there to those boys. And that old Rowan said, Dad, you going to come back? And, y'all know how that goes.
Uh-huh.
That was over with. hello. And he said, bro, I got to go. I said, tighten up.
Yeah.
So he told on in. He jumped back. And I got smart. So I took that goddamn pocket knife out and I made me some shorts real quick, like out of them old jeans. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
I get the back across the crotch here. I'm talking about I don't want number thighs showing. You hear?
Put the dukes on them. Put the dukes on them.
Yes, sir. And I threw one out there. We came on across and all the dogs started coming back. But we had a young dog named JJ. And one of my bulldog, my white bulldog that y'all see in the video all the time, she wanted to come back across for some reason. And
shit, she probably
I told
smart. She's
Damn
seen all
right,
that
man.
bullshit. She's like, I don't know about this.
I don't blame her 1 minute. Both me and Ronald, we were sitting over there. He said, you know what? I said, what? He said, man, you know when we be getting up those dogs' ass about not crossing that border? He said, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to cross this goddamn border. I said, look, there go that dog perspective again.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. You look from that perspective.
Yeah, I said, boy, I can't get mad. I don't know more. But we ended up having to go home and we got all washed up and we laughed and talked and told all our buddies about it and shit. And the next day we came back down and we had a little P-roll boat. We went across and we got the dogs and I told Ron, I was just looking. I said, Ron, there go the damn hog. Some type of way the hog had him drowned and he floated up and we cut his head off and shit. But it was pretty crazy. Man, it was pretty crazy all day having to ran that hog for probably about an hour. We ran him quick, probably about an hour, and he crossed 3 roads in the swamp and couldn't see his track. Got down there, seen him, bathing, and the hog drowned. And I mean, it was just crazy.
I wonder why you couldn't see his track on any of the roads. You think he was jumping the damn road?
I think either it was that or maybe them dogs. I want to say winding them, but you can't necessarily say that because they was right up on them.
Yeah.
But I went right there to where they crossed that, and I'm talking about, we spanned out, 25, 30 yards either direction, trying to see where he crossed that. And man, we could not find the track. I don't know if maybe I can't even fathom what he did. Maybe he was taking goddamn 100-foot strides. Some thing I can think of.
Yeah, ain't no telling.
That's it. Man, that's probably a damn crazy one that just happened recently with me and my buddy Ron. He's actually on our pro staff.
Yeah, that's pretty wild there. I mean, especially he didn't cross 2 or 3 roads. If it was 1 road, okay, I could see, the chances of saying, okay, well, he might have jumped across it or whatever. What he could have went further down and the dogs were drifting the track further. But 2 or 3 roads and no track, yeah, that's something's going on.
Man, I'm telling you, I had my damn head itching and spinning crazy. I ain't lying.
I bet it was crazy hell when y'all got up there and the hog wasn't there.
Damn, I'm telling you.
I was like, what the fuck happened?
I'm talking about they went from baying every breath to by the time we caught our damn breath to not saying nothing. Not saying a word.
Damn, that's a pretty good one. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like how he did say, he's like, well, I got some video, so.
I'm telling you, man, we sitting there this during our time trapped on the island now. So we having a good conversation. I said, I got some damn video. So if they say we did mail, I swear I got a video.
Damn it. That's good. Good stuff. So that's predominantly where y'all hunt down there, ain't it? Like a lot of river bottoms and backwater and stuff.
Yeah, we hunt a lot of river swamps and piney woods. That's most of what you got down our way. We don't have a lot of AG fields. You get around like mid Alabama, that's where like all your agricultural stuff start. Yeah. But down our way, it's a lot of piney woods and a lot of river swamps.
10, 4. Yeah, we got a lot of ours is like on 69. You was talking about earlier up there in the hills.
Mm-hmm.
I live at the end of 69 on the north end.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, there's a little town called Oakman. When you come all the way up Highway 69, like come through Tuscaloosa, Northport, or whatever.
Yep.
And then when you're coming up 69, like we got probably 30,000 acres right there on the side of the road we hunt.
I wonder how far y'all from Columbus, Mississippi.
Straight across from here. Yeah, Nate graduated from Mississippi State.
Hell, I live in Columbus right now. I'm talking to y'all from Columbus.
Oh yeah, hour and a half.
Ain't that far at all.
No, it ain't that far. Not from the house. Like from where we hunt on 69. If we go down to hit 82, probably not even an hour, 40, 45 minutes.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah. Oh, shit, come on. We gonna go this weekend.
That is.
Load it up. Shit, ain't a damn thing holding you back but you.
That's it.
You can be anything you want to be except for me.
That's right. Talk to me now.
Oh, my God.
Hey, like they say on my end, I like your style.
There you go. Now, hell, y'all come on right over. Oh, I think we got a Mr. Tom coming in this weekend. We got him and his son. They're coming in. We're gonna try to hunt Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I believe so.
We're gonna hunt all we can anyway. These poor old dogs ain't been hunted worth of shit in a month and a half, 2 months. They might have forgot.
Hey,
I'm gonna get that video of them black dogs and walk around the yard and show them. Be like, see this? This is what y'all do. This is what y'all supposed to do. Give them a little refresher course.
It'll come back quick, man. We definitely set a weekend up and do a little hunt.
Yeah.
We actually we got a meet and greet this weekend down in Jackson at a big gun store called Pine City Outdoors. So like I said, we started getting a little bigger, and I guess a couple people think that we're big enough to have a meet and greet. So we're gonna go down there and show them people a good time.
Hey, that's good stuff, man. Hey, listen, and I mean it. Like I'm proud of you. Me and Nate we're beyond proud of it. We love to see people on the same team win, because that, like, we're all dog hunters. You know, we're all on the same. We ain't got to fight. We ain't against each other.
Nope.
Like if you know, like you guys say y'all get to the moon, man, get your own TV show, do all that. That's what we want to see. You know, that's if that's your goal. Because there's some of them that they don't want to do that. They're 100% against that. Yep. But I want to see them be successful in what they like to do, and I want to be successful in what I do. And I support everybody, even some bitches some of them I don't even like. I still support because they running dogs. I'll be honest. They running dogs,
and that's how you got to be, because see, it's so different. Like in our industry, like I mean, you got the duck world and all the waterfowl and all that different type of stuff. It's easier to be a one-man show and get to where you're trying to go. I mean, look at 24/7 hunt. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I have figured out about the dog hunt world, and hog dogs especially, you need a team to win. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just simple, cut and dry. And so instead of being against everybody, I would rather build a team where we could put out great footage collaboratively and win. That's actually where the Beowtdoors pro staff comes from.
There you go.
Beowtdoors actually has a pro staff that's about to get ready to drop soon. And what we did was we selected like-minded guys that would represent Beowtdoors in the limelight that we would do ourselves as in Blayke and Elliott. And
there you go.
That's what you need in order to get to the next level. And the best thing about that is that everybody has, you know, connections, people they grew up with. You know, my mom and dad know this person. I used to work here. I know this person.
Yeah.
And so now it goes from, oh my gosh, that's the word right there. That's all it is. And man, having that pro staff has really catapulted us. I mean, so far. I'm excited to see exactly where we're gonna end up at.
Hell yeah. Well, man, we appreciate you getting on here with us, talking with us, and like, you know, and I'll hit you on the flip too on this, and that, you know, we'll set up a hunt or whatever. Y'all come over this way, we'll come over hunt with y'all, or we'll go somewhere and hunt somewhere with somebody else. We'll do something.
We'll make it out.
And but hey, and tell everybody where to get a hold of y'all at, or, you know, check y'all stuff out. Nate will put links to everything in the description when he uploads the podcast and stuff. And that way we can watch y'all go all the way to the top. Cause we're gonna be eye level with you. We're gonna just stay right there with you.
That's right. Y'all come on, man. It's Beowtdoors on each and every platform. It is BEOWT and then doors DOORS. If you're trying to get in contact with us, beoutdoors@gmail.com. Man, we on everything: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We always posting shorts, reels, and things of that nature. You can get a lot of insight into the episodes that's coming up and all. But we drop all our full episodes on YouTube. So that'll be the place to go there and really get stocked up on what we do and what we all about.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll work, man. And we appreciate it, man. And look, hey, y'all make sure y'all go check them out. And Y'all, hey, just remember, Blayke. I don't. When we had the store downtown, when we was doing the dog supply stuff, I posted that thing one day. I said, "Look at these new guys out right here." I was sitting there watching y'all video. I was watching y'all, and I was like, that was y'all's first video.
That's it.
So I've been one of them from the beginning. I'm a fan.
Man, that's all right with me. And me and my brother, we actually was having this conversation on the way to work in the morning because he worked construction too. He a safety man. And we sat back and we was talking about, man, just how blessed we are to be in the position we are. Because same way we was talking about Justin and starting out watching his videos, we were watching y'all videos. And so, man, it's just crazy to see everything come full loop and be able to be a part of y'all success and y'all going forward, being on y'all podcast. I just want to let y'all know that we really take it as an honor. And we appreciate y'all having us.
Man, we appreciate y'all, Blayke. Man, y'all, hey, tell Elliot we said what's up, and we'll be talking with him first chance we get. We'll all get together and we'll turn these dogs loose, man.
Man, that'll work, man. Looking forward to hearing y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all need anything, hit us.
All right, brother.
Yes,
y'all
sir,
be
you
good.
too. Thank you.
Man, that was a good one. That was a good one, folks.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of knowledge on them dogs. That talking about that, look at it from your dog's perspective. There've been a lot of times, we've talked about stuff like that. It's like, man, I wonder what's going through that little dog's head, But if you really give your dogs a shot and you think, like, I wonder what this dog's doing, then you put that camera on him. Like, remember when Eminem, the first time that hog jumped out of the bushes and whooped on him? That son of a bitch backed up. He said, "Oh shit, I don't want to hold on."
He either got his ass whooped or he lost it or something.
Yeah,
and
there was 3 hogs.
Yeah,
and then one of them jumped out. He was baying 3 different hogs, 3 different spots. Yeah. So thinking about, okay, how's this dog doing, and looking from that perspective, combined with being able to see from their perspective, that's a good tool to have in your toolbox. Okay. Enough of all that shit. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Beowtdoors, Beowtdoors. There's some, they got some good stuff, good footage. They're traveling around, catching some big hogs, man. Catching some big hogs. And hey, proud to know these guys. I'm happy for them. Their stuff's really taking off. And I'm glad that we can all be a part of each other's success. And maybe one of these days we'll be all together at the top as far as you can and be successful in doing this and make it our jobs at one point in time, hopefully, but we can't do that without the listeners, without the people who are watching, without the fans, without the other hunters, without the other dog people, without the people who don't hunt and enjoy watching it. We can't do this without all the haters too. We got to have some of them to keep us going. So just keep it classy. And if you don't, hell, be trashy. See you.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If there's anything or anyone you'd like to hear on the podcast, or if you'd like to come hunt with us, don't hesitate to contact us at dixiedoggers01@gmail.com.